A poor boy trades his cow for magic beans. A beanstalk grows overnight into the clouds. At the top waits a giant with unimaginable wealth. You think this is a story about cleverness conquering greed, but what if I told you Jack and the Beanstalk isn't about stealing from giants at all? What if every detail, the beans, the climb, the 3 thefts, points to humanity's most suppressed memory? Because this story carries a 5,000-year-old secret, one so devastating that we've disguised it as a children's tale about getting rich quick. Once you understand what Jack really stole, you'll realize why this story has been passed down for millennia, and why some people desperately want it forgotten. You know the story. Jack trades the family cow for worthless beans. His mother throws them out the window in rage. Overnight, a massive beanstalk erupts from the earth, twisting up beyond the clouds. Jack climbs to find a castle in the sky. A giant lives there with his wife, surrounded by impossible wealth. 3 times Jack returns. First, he steals gold, then a hen that lays golden eggs. Finally, a golden harp that sings by itself. The giant pursues him down the beanstalk. Jack chops it down. The giant falls to his death. Simple theft story, right? Wrong. In 2016, researchers proved this tale is over 5,000 years old. It belongs to tale type ATU 328, appearing in cultures that never contacted each other. India has the boy and the tree of life. Africa tells of children climbing cosmic trees to steal from sky gods. The pattern never changes. Vertical ascent, theft from above, devastating consequences. But here's what anthropologists won't tell you. Every ancient version describes the same target. Not random wealth, not arbitrary treasure. Knowledge, technology, the tools of creation itself. This isn't folklore. This is historical record disguised as fairy tale. Let's start with the beans. In ancient cultures, beans weren't food, they were portals. Pythagoreans believed beans contained souls of the dead. Celtic druids used beans for divination and communication with other realms. Mesoamerican shamans consumed specific bean varieties to access the world above. Archaeological evidence from 5,000-year-old sites shows beans buried in precise geometric patterns alongside astronomical instruments and genetic material. These weren't crops, they were technology. The beans Jack trades for aren't magic, they're biotechnology. Genetic keys designed to grow a specific structure for a specific purpose. When his mother throws them out the window, she's not discarding worthless seeds. She's activating an ancient retrieval system. The beanstalk isn't a plant, it's a structure. Every description matches exactly. Overnight growth, impossible height, perfect spiral construction, strong enough to support human weight repeatedly. This isn't biological. This is engineered. Recent archaeological discoveries have shattered our understanding of ancient construction capability. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey shows 12,000-year-old megalithic construction that required technology we're only redeveloping now. Pumapunku in Bolivia displays precision stone cutting that modern tools struggle to replicate. What if ancient civilizations possessed biotechnology that could grow structures on command? Living architecture that assembled itself according to genetic programming? The beanstalk represents humanity's lost ability to command nature itself as a construction material. Now, let's examine what Jack finds at the top. Every version describes the same elements. A castle of impossible architecture, automated servants, self-playing musical instruments, and a giant with knowledge spanning millennia. This isn't a fairy tale kingdom. This is a technological installation, a research facility, a preservation vault for advanced civilization. The giant isn't a monster, he's a curator, a guardian of humanity's lost technological heritage. His wife, who helps Jack, isn't being kind, she's following protocol. She recognizes Jack's genetic markers and grants him access. But what does Jack actually steal? The 3 objects aren't random treasure. They're specific technologies, taken in precise order. First theft, gold. Not money, but monoatomic gold, a substance that appears in ancient texts worldwide as the material used for consciousness enhancement and life extension. Sumerian tablets describe it as food of the gods. Egyptian texts call it the source of pharaonic immortality. Second theft, the hen that lays golden eggs. This isn't a bird, it's a production unit, a biotechnological device that creates monoatomic gold continuously, self-replicating nanotechnology disguised as livestock. Third theft, the singing harp. Musical instruments in ancient texts aren't entertainment, they're frequency generators, devices that use specific acoustic patterns to manipulate matter, consciousness, and genetic expression. The harp that sings by itself is an automated consciousness enhancement system. Jack isn't stealing wealth, he's stealing the core technologies of an advanced civilization. Here's where it gets truly disturbing. Historical records from around 3000 BCE, exactly when this story originates, describe a catastrophic event. Ancient texts from Mesopotamia, Egypt, and India all describe the same phenomenon: those who came from above, departing suddenly, taking their knowledge with them, leaving humanity in technological darkness. Sumerian tablets describe the Anunnaki ascending to the place above the clouds with their tools of creation. Egyptian texts tell of the Netru withdrawing to the hidden land in the sky with the secrets of immortality. Hindu scriptures describe the Devas retreating to the celestial realm with the technologies of consciousness. But they didn't take everything. They left preservation facilities, storage centers, archives guarded by remaining members of their species. Jack's story isn't fiction. It's the memory of when early humans raided these facilities and stole the technologies that jump-started civilization. The giants' pursuit down the Beanstalk represents retaliation. When advanced beings discovered humans had breached their security and stolen core technologies, they attempted to recover them. But humanity had learned to destroy the access routes, cutting down the biological structures that connected Earth to sky. This wasn't just theft. This was the moment humanity severed its connection to advanced civilization and chose independent, technological development over guided evolution. The giant's death represents the end of direct intervention from advanced species. From that point forward, humans would have to reverse engineer stolen technologies without help from their creators. But here's what makes this story absolutely terrifying. It worked. Every major technological advancement in human history can be traced to reverse engineering principles embedded in the three stolen technologies: metallurgy, genetics, frequency manipulation, the foundations of modern civilization. But we've only scratched the surface. The technologies Jack stole were designed for consciousness far more advanced than ours. We're like children playing with nuclear weapons, using universe-altering tools without understanding their true purpose or potential. And somewhere, the descendants of the giants are still watching, still waiting, still planning to reclaim what was stolen. Modern SETI research has detected structured signals from the direction ancient texts identify as the place above the clouds. Signals that match the harmonic patterns described in accounts of self-playing harps, frequencies that seem designed to activate dormant genetic sequences in human DNA. What if they're not trying to contact us? What if they're trying to reclaim their property? Recent discoveries in quantum physics suggest consciousness itself might be a technology, a controllable phenomenon rather than a natural accident. What if the real treasures Jack stole weren't physical objects, but the tools for upgrading human consciousness to match theirs? The story survived for 5,000 years because it carries essential information. Humanity's technological advancement isn't natural evolution. It's reverse-engineered alien technology stolen from preservation facilities when advanced civilization withdrew from direct intervention. Every computer, every genetic therapy, every consciousness-altering frequency we discover brings us closer to matching the capabilities of the original technologies, but also closer to the attention of those who created them. Jack didn't just steal treasure. He stole humanity's future. He gave us the tools to transcend our natural limitations, but at the cost of making us fugitives from our technological parents. The next time you use technology that seems almost magical, ask yourself, are we rediscovering ancient knowledge? Or are we slowly reassembling stolen property that was never meant for us? And somewhere above the clouds, something is still waiting for us to climb high enough to return what Jack took. But if you think stolen technology is disturbing, wait until you discover what's really hidden in Goldilocks and the Three Bears. The truth about the perfect fit will reveal humanity's most closely guarded secret. Click to learn what the archaeological evidence doesn't want you to know. Sweet dreams, Darklings.